Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Manitowoc Garage. This week we're going to talk about tele operation on the new TMS9000-2. To show one of the other modes of operation now, we're actually going to leave the tip section stuck out here at 50%. We can see now that our request field does not match our status field, that 3 and 4 are now at 0, which disagrees with the original tele request. However, 5 is still at 50, labeled in green, shown in the status field. By depressing the front left button on the jog dial, we'll return to the home screen of the ODM. The symbol beside the auto tele screen is the hand symbol, which represents manual mode. Slight confusion seems to exist with this mode of operation. True manual will only exist if there is not a prior predetermined request for grove lock. So if boom is fully retracted and the request fields are all zeros, this mode will act truly as manual. If a prior request has been made and you are running the crane in the automated grove lock mode and enter into manual, it will still have characteristics of the semi-automated mode. We will see as we enter. So similar in schematic, we have our boom section pins, we have our telescope cylinder, same representation here as the true automated grove lock screen. So percentage of the boom section in which the telescope cylinder is connected to, the precision length rule measurement, and the overall boom length of the boom. Here we have two small lock symbols representing that both the boom section and the cylinder pins are locked. For section T4. The 4 is representing the section in which the cylinder is interacting with right now. The small cylinder is shown on the bottom. The section pin alignment is shown on top. This is a large view of the small box represented on the schematic. The manual portion of this operating mode, even when entering automated, exiting automated, is going to be that the operator must physically control the unlock and lock commands of the section and cylinder, unless the cylinder is moving for a section itself. So in this case, these buttons are identical to the representation in the ECOS world, where we had F1, F2, and F3. The top icon is unlock boom section pins, the bottom icon is unlock tele cylinder pins, and the center box, now grayed out, is lock whatever is unlocked. We're going to unlock the telescope cylinder, and you will see that we are still in a semi-automated tele-determination. The confusion is this is listed as manual mode, so operators will hit the unlock tele-cylinder icon and not understand why the cylinder immediately took off to T5 itself. It only makes sense for us to do this because there is no configuration if unlocking the cylinder from T4 to go backwards while leaving 4 in and having 5 out. So we only assume by unlocking the tele cylinder that you want to go retrieve the section that is still out. Being that you want to go retrieve it, naturally to help out even more, we're going to go ahead and unlock the boom section itself. At this point in time, I have both directional arrows, and I can retract the boom in. Other differences or noteworthy things, as you can see when I come out of the brake range of 50%, that all of my icons have gone. It is not possible with Grove Lock to pre-select lock or unlock of the boom section pins or telescope cylinder prior to being in a locking position. We can now see that we're retracted to 0%, and our lock icon has now returned. By depressing down on the jog dial, the boom section will lock. In the case now that we would unlock the telescope cylinder, it would just sit there and wait for the operator's command. There is no more semi-automated mode left because we cannot guess to what section you would like to work with. So the cylinder becomes unlocked and it just sits there. At this point in time, the operator must control the cylinder to take it to the section in which he wishes to work with. These green arrows are direct representation of the two in position switches, 21, 16, and 17. The arrow pointing towards the base of the boom indicates to come into a foot section you need to come in. And likewise, the arrow facing the other direction represents that you would need to go out. We're going to bring this the whole way back to T1. And you can see over here we're counting down the sections as you are coming through the foot. So the lock icon is available. We're at 1 millimeter. Both switch detections are on. Telescope cylinder locks to T1, and T1 then unlocks. Once again, a common question for me is, why did T1 unlock? The response is very simple. There is no home position of the telescope cylinder on this machine. So we only assume that if you're placing a cylinder into a section other than where it stopped working last, that you want to work with that boom section. If you truly did not want to work with that boom section, you would simply just hit lock and the section would lock back up. Other notable things for manual mode is the control system does not stop you at 0 millimeters for pinning to T1. You can in fact bring it back beyond, and you can in fact go past T5. We'll do a representation here of unlocking the tele cylinder again. We're going to exceed the T5 pinning pocket for the foot section, and we will show the whisker switch, which is a collision switch that is placed in the tip of the boom keeping the operator or technician from running the telescope cylinder into the boom tip. When the switch is triggered, I'm holding extend right now, and extend is locked out. Naturally, this is the purpose for the switch. To get out of this condition, you simply hit retract on the joystick, and the cylinder retracts back into a safe condition. We'll pin to T5. Once again, T5 unlocks. This is because Grove Lock assumes, since I pinned it somewhere other than where it was, that I wanted to work with it. We simply hit lock, and the boom section pins are relocked. Thanks for watching this episode of Manitowoc Garage, and as always, stay tuned to new episodes being published on the website.